gonna be a really short one. It's just answering the probably most common question that I've had since I had maybe 200 Twitter followers, right? Which is that, Kelsey, I am really excited about Chinese League of Legends. You talk about it a lot. I just want to know, how is it even possible to sort of get information on this without speaking Chinese or understanding Chinese characters? Is there a really good way to find this information online? Good news, I would say 2018 is just probably easier than it has ever been to find updated information on the Chinese League of Legends scene in English. You go to a really user-friendly website, also known as League of Legends, Gamepedia, Gamepedia. It's gone through so many names, but lol.gamepedia.com is going to be the homepage. If you scroll down all the way here, you're going to get latest news. It will include some Chinese roster information and news here, as well as upcoming matches, upcoming listings. So you see here you have the National Electronic Sports Tournament 2018. That is going to be a Chinese League of Legends league. Usually there's really good updated information on this. Already you can see that there's some LPL entrant rosters, teams with their rosters listed for who they're going to play at this event. So already really good kind of current information on some of the upcoming events and upcoming tournaments that are going to be happening in the off season. Of course, there are a couple of tiers of how involved you want to be. That is probably the entry-level tier. It's really simple. Just go to Gamepedia. Let's say you want a couple of translated Weibo posts, a little bit more context on why roster moves are being made, stuff that is posted on Chinese social media and translated directly, but you don't want to leave Twitter. You don't want to go too far off the unbeaten path. There are a few people who I think you can follow. Obviously, Razzleplasm is someone who has been very active in the Chinese scene for a long time. Is now one of the main LPL color casters, and I think he does a little bit more stuff with the LDL and things like this that I used to do. But obviously, he's going to be more invested in it, and he's going to get you that information and tweet more of that stuff more often. So I recommend you follow him. Then you have someone like iCrystallization, who's a really big Edward Gaming fan and tweets a lot of translated information that comes from there. There are a couple of other translators and things like this that I can link along with this, but I feel like she's probably one of the more active ones, so I'm mentioning her by name. And then, of course, you have Shang Yis, who is going to be posting about a lot of tournaments that aren't just League of Legends. He'll post about some CSGO tournaments or Overwatch or something like this, other stuff that isn't just League of Legends. So if you're interested in Chinese esports in general, he's an excellent follow to have. Now, but Kelsey, this is all good and everything, but I really want to know as much as possible. I have questions about what some of the Chinese fans are saying. I would like to know a little bit more about just the scene in general. Is there a place that you can check up-to-date transfer information that might give you a little bit more context or might give you a little bit more information in terms of the really smaller scenes? So I don't want to just know about LPL teams. I want to know about LDL teams. I want to know about these academy type teams and situations, and I want to know the information most up-to-date as possible. So before I could read any Chinese, this is what I did, and this is what I recommend people to do. bbs.nga.cn. This is a fairly frequented forum. Some people have good opinions of it, some people don't. You just go directly to the League of Legends section here, and this will give you the information that you want. This area right here that says Chita Sai Shi, which just means like other tournaments, just will have a bunch of information on the goings-on of the LPL outside of the LPL itself. So you have LPL information up here, LPL Summer Split right here, and then down here is where you have more of your third-party tournaments and information like this. So you already have the LDL information, which is the secondary league. You have the World Championship information here, IESF, which is kind of a smaller tournament that's going on and doesn't really feature LPL teams, but you can click on that and find information there if you want. And then, of course, NEST, which is going to be November 15th. You will have the bracket. They'll have stuff that looks like it's coming from Gamepedia, so there's a bit of a back and forth. You have the prize winnings, you have stuff like this, you have comments down here from Chinese fans, a more firm schedule listed here, all of this kind of crap going on. Also gives dates on other upcoming events, like you have the NESO, which we don't have information on yet, All-Star, so this will just kind of, whatever news that the Chinese community or the Chinese fans have will sort of be compiled here in this pretty easy way to navigate. Then here, but also in this section, you have your winter transfer period news, which I think is probably the most useful thing about NGA, is it's going to give you all of the information that you want about players transferring from one team to another, the dates that it happens, free agents list, it'll tell you like their original team, their new team, all. And let's say that you aren't someone who reads Chinese and you want to kind of know specifically what's being said here. I don't like Google. I never really liked Google Translate, so I would use a place called fangy.baidu.com. You pop it in here. This is a much better translate tool in my opinion. Obviously, still has some issues. This is just going to tell you what you could probably guess just by looking at this, is that you have the LPL contracts that are expiring in the coming winter transfer window, and this is where they're anticipating them going. Hopefully that has kind of given you a head start or some information that you can go off of, because obviously it's really exciting that Invictus Gaming just won Worlds. Chinese teams usually have all sorts of off-season tournaments and news and crazy stuff, and I can't trust Reddit. I'm not really sure what goes on. If you just want news as it comes out and as the Chinese fans can access it, then that's a great place to go. A lot of the stuff, I will caution you on the NGA transfer thread, is some stuff will not be 100% confirmed, so make sure you're checking the thread for maybe screenshots of Weibo's posts or anything like this before you go completely insane, because there will be a lot of rumors and other stuff, and usually the NGA thread is like maybe 80% accurate, so just keep that in mind. But if you really want to find out more information, if you want to be able to talk about this stuff and get really excited about LPL, watch more off-season tournaments, then that is the place that I would go, and it's in my opinion, really user-friendly if you don't speak Chinese, because before I could even read any Chinese characters whatsoever, that is where I would go. Anyway, have fun, enjoy the off-season, and I will talk to you guys later very soon.